G.I.A Automotive. I'm doing a video here on this 2005 Freightliner Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. It's a Sprinter with a Mercedes-Benz 2.7 5-cylinder diesel engine. And real quick, I want to show you how to diagnose a bad blower motor, and but what you do when you want to figure it out. So get yourself a test light and make sure you got a good source of ground. I got a ground bolt up here. And then you double check the ground connection by checking the battery, making sure it lights up. Make sure that you get a red light, meaning you got power coming on to the test light. And also you can reverse it and put your lead to the positive terminal and look for ground. Let's look for ground and watch the color change on the test light. See how it's green now? So you can look for ground just like you can look for a live wire, a power wire. Most wires are supposed to have a 5-volt reference coming through a fuse, a relay, and on a battery, straight test on the battery post is 12 volts. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my lead on a good source of ground, and then I'm gonna double check that I got a good source of ground by putting it on something that I know should light up red. And see how it's not lighting up red? That's why you double check. So now I'm gonna go back, give this a little wiggle here, readjust it, go back, still nothing. See how it's back now? Alright, so now I got it. I had to fix it, and always double check your connection. So now check your connection. You got a good source of ground over there, and over here you know that there's a positive feed here 100% because you're on the battery. So that's how you make sure you got a good test light ready for you to diagnose your issue. So now you come back over here, and this is basic diagnostic steps for any car. Doesn't have to be this Mercedes, but anyways, you can find your blower motor, disconnect it, and then after you disconnect it, you will basically have black and red, negative and positive on that feed to the blower motor. And after you turn on all the controls inside the car, and you see that you're not getting any air, no air is coming through your vents, your blower motor is supposed to be blowing and it's not working. So you go ahead and you troubleshoot it. You disconnect the blower motor and you make sure that you got power coming to the blower motor. All right, you can go and chase the fuse for it too. But this is a quick way to know that the fuse is working, because you see how I got power coming to that wire here. That's the red wire. It's feeding juice to the motor and it's not kicking on. Now this right here confirms that the fuse is fine, the relay's fine, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be getting power here. if I wouldn't have been getting power here after double checking my connection, I would have went after the fuse. But since I'm getting power, we forget that step and determine that the fuse is fine. You're getting power here. Now I'm gonna check the ground, because the ground is just as important as the power. If you don't have ground, you're not gonna have a working motor, component, whatever, window motor, wiper motor, blower motor. Any motor is not gonna work without ground working also. So let's make sure we got a good ground coming out of this electrical plug that goes to the blower motor. So what we do is come back up to this thing here, and instead of putting it on ground, now you're gonna put it on power, on juice, knowing that you got power going to this. You can see if you got good ground on this plug too. So as you can see, the light is green. We are on the ground connection and we got a green light, so we got good ground, good power, and the blow motor is not working. And if we go inside and shut off, turn everything off to the off position, we should have no power going to that plug, to that blower motor, because you turned everything off. So there should be no power going to that. So now let's go back over here, go back to our source, our ground source. Double check, make sure you got good ground. So we're good here. Got red light again. We got power. We got coming to the test light, we got power over there. Now we should have no power here because we turned everything off over there. See, everything is off. Everything is off. No power to the test light because I shut off the controls inside the cabin. See, double check. Always double check, make sure your ground is working. See how you check? Ground is fine, there's just no power. Now let's go back inside, turn it on. This confirms that the switch is doing its job, because the switch can go bad too. If the switch goes bad, you won't have a blower motor working either. So check again. Good ground. Now let's check here. Red light again. Connected to the red wire. We got power because the control's working inside. All right. That is a quick tutorial on how to do electrical troubleshooting, and this is something that you can do if you have patience and you know your ground and your positive wires, and this here is not always the situation when it comes to wires being color coded. Sometimes you don't know which one is the feed for the power and the feed for the ground on some wire harnesses. So what you do is you look for them. You turn on the auxiliary, you open up your switch, and you check and see which one has power. Process of elimination, for example, this wire harness here. See how many wires there is? So you start checking which one is ground. You do your switch on the battery to positive feed, and then you see which one is ground, and then you switch it over to ground, and you see if there's a power source coming to this plug here. You're gonna find positive feed and ground feed. All right, 26 years of experience, G.I.A. Automotive. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this blower motor out. But yeah, this is a video of how to troubleshoot electrical problems, diagnose, specifically in this video, a bad blower motor, and give me a call if you got any business for me, 708-699-8887. I appreciate all your good comments, and kindly keep your bad comments to yourself, people. I don't even reply to you guys. I don't understand why you some people leave bad comments when they're looking up information on how to fix their car. Don't forget, you're looking up how to fix your car, and sometimes I guess my information's not helpful to you. Okay, fine. I don't care. I'm here to speak to the people that do have common sense and can appreciate mechanical advice. All right. Thank you for watching.